Hello everybody, it's Mrs. Pound and we have been studying Chapter 7.3 on biomes from Purposeful Designs Life Science. Today we're going to talk about Section 732 on the tundra. So our objectives are to describe the basic characteristics of the tundra biome, identify the limiting factors of the tundra, and give examples of the types of organisms found on the tundra. So what is the tundra? The tundra is the biome that circles the Arctic Ocean around the North Pole. And you can see part of the tundra in the background. It includes northern Canada, Scandinavia, and Russia. Some basic characteristics of the tundra include it is very dry. In fact, it is called a cold desert sometimes. It has a cold climate, wet soil with few nutrients, and a short growing season. As we'll see, the ground is usually very cold, so as far as the few nutrients, there's just not as much decay and return of nutrients to the soil as in other places. A limiting factor is a condition that limits the number of species or the size of a population in an area. So some of the limiting factors of the tundra include the cold temperatures most of the year. The temperatures range from negative 34 degrees Celsius to 3 degrees Celsius. So that's just a few degrees above freezing all year round. Short growing season. There are 10 months of frost. So there's only 2 months when things can really grow. There's little sunlight part of the year. In fact, there's 24 hours of dark in the winter and 24 hours of sunlight in the summer. There's also what's called permafrost. This is a layer of permanently frozen soil since those temperatures do not really get very high. And there's very little precipitation, less than 25 centimeters per year. So think of our 25 centimeter graduated cylinder. That's the amount of precipitation per year, not very much. But there still is a variety of plants that can survive in the tundra, and some tundra plants include dwarf willows, birches, very low growing grasses and herbs, as you can see, and where there are bogs, you might find sedges, rushes, and mosses. And then there's also a lot of lichen, which is a very important food source for many of the animals, such as reindeer. Tundra animals include mosquitoes and black flies that are eaten by many other things, especially birds, willow grouse, Arctic tern, caribou, grizzly bears, gray wolves, reindeer, polar bears, migratory birds. So birds will come in during the summer, Arctic fox, Arctic hare, and lemmings. And in the background, you can see the Arctic fox. And the Arctic fox and the Arctic hare, they actually change color to camouflage. And so in the winter, when there's snow cover, they are white, but they will turn brown when the snow disappears. So our objectives were to describe the basic characteristics of the tundra biome, identify the limiting factors of the tundra, and give examples of the types of organisms found on the tundra. Don't forget your 5 questions and keep watching the video to answer the questions at the end.